Yeah. 1 a.m. Aiden has found his way back into another movie review. So, hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Aiden Cossack, 1 a.m. Aiden Cossack that is, and today we're going to be talking about The Hustle.
You let her get away!
Trashy, did it again.
So The Hustle is a remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels that stars Rebel Wilson and Anne Hathaway. And it's about two con artists where one, the pro, is going to be teaching Rebel Wilson's character how to hone her craft and how to get better, and ultimately becomes a spy versus spy kind of situation where one is constantly trying to one-up the other. And this movie stinks. And again, guys, we got 1 a.m. Aiden on the scene, so I am a little grumpy today. And it doesn't help by the fact that I went to go see a comedy. And what I always say about comedies, it doesn't matter if the movie's cliche with something like Long Shot, or if you've kind of seen something like this premise before, like Booksmart, as long as you make me laugh, as long as you just get that general reaction out of me, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to think that it's a good movie. This movie pretty much has no laughs. I mean, I can count on one hand the amount of times that I laughed in this movie. 4. And they weren't belly laughs either. They were just kind of, oh yeah, that was clever. I saw that on an episode of The Jeffersons like 3 weeks ago on TV. And my thing about remakes is that, bear with me guys, we're hunching over today. We're hunching over. We're just gonna chill. See, this is a chill vibe. We're gonna chill today. If you're gonna remake something, have a purpose to what you're remaking. I really like the idea of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but with women instead, kind of like the Ghostbusters. I really love the idea of a reboot, but with women instead of the men. Whether or not the movie is good has nothing to do with the fact that these are women. But what I will say that really rubbed me the wrong way about this movie is the fact that this whole time we're building up this idea of female empowerment, which is great. But at the end of the day, all of that just gets completely undermined by the fact that, small spoiler alert, they get duped by a male the whole movie. And it's just ridiculous, the fact that you're setting up these women to be so strong, yet they can't even stand on their own 2 feet at the end of the movie without having to ask for the help of a man. That's just ridiculous to me. Aside from the fact that the narrative of this movie is just all janky and it doesn't understand what it wants to be, there's several scenes in this movie that don't even belong here. They don't move the story forward anyway. You can argue that it's character development, but you generally understand what these characters are within the first 5 minutes of the introduction to them. And what I will say about the introduction to Rebel Wilson's character, who I don't know the name and I really don't care about the name too because I'm never going to watch this movie again, was actually done really well. She kind of goes on this Tinder date, which I love the way that they play around with the idea of catfishing. That was actually pretty funny. It was one of the good chuckles that I got out of this movie, but there's an ongoing joke about a hotter sister in this movie that just doesn't really work for me. And another ongoing joke for me in this movie, you guys might have seen it in the trailers, it's the blind Rebel Wilson thing. And at first I thought it was just going to be part of a montage scene where we're learning about both of these women and how they're conning all these men out of their money, but it goes on way too long. And that's just the general vibe of this whole movie. It just goes on for way too long. This movie needs to be an hour and 25 minutes. This movie has no business being as long as it is. The only thing that I will say that kind of remedies the runtime of this thing is Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is amazing in everything that she's in. This is honestly her worst performance. And that's not saying that she's horrible in the movie. She's good in the movie. It's just the movie doesn't really give her much to play with anyways. But what she makes out of what she's given, the dialogue in this movie is crap. You've seen the trailers. It's not good. A lot of the jokes are 1-2 punch, like you see it coming a mile away. But with what she's given, she does a great job. In a movie like this, where basically it's all a heist film, you lead yourself up for the big heist. The big heist of this movie is just so underwhelming, and you can't even get any type of enjoyment out of it. Overall, this movie comes off more like a Saturday morning cartoon than anything else that it's pretending to be. It's filled with just zany performances. Rebel Wilson, honestly, I'm in the camp that I think that if someone were to give her a good script and a good role to really show off her acting chops, move in a direction like a Melissa McCarthy or a Jonah Hill, who prided themselves on the fat jokes for a majority of their career, but they went a little bit more dramatic, and they thrive in that. I want to see what she can do, but the whole movie, she just comes off really annoying. But like I was saying, overall, the movie just comes off way more like a Saturday morning cartoon than it does some type of comedy-ensued heist movie, and it really just doesn't work. At least I can say that I got more enjoyment out of this movie than I did Little. Whatever score I gave Little, this movie is, I don't know, maybe like a 1 higher than that. It's on the screen. You guys see you see the number. You see the number. It's 1 a.m. I'm ready for bed. It's 1 a.m. Aiden, guys. 1 a.m. Aiden is back up in the building. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me grumble and moan and complain and just get real low with you. Let's get low. Let's get lower. Hey, guys. Please be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see any more movie reviews or anything else that I have coming on this channel. Please be sure to hit the like button down below. Comment, are you guys looking forward to this movie? Did you like this movie? If you like this movie, hey, that's good. All film is subjective. That's just the beauty of film. Also, please be sure to hit the social media links in the description below. Hit the notification bell so that way you guys can stay up to date with everything I have coming forward on my YouTube channel. And thank you guys so much for being the wonderful people that you guys are and watching this whole video. Have a good one.